Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Lonnie with Grace Blossoms for you, and I'm here with another hashtag Deck the Year 2025, and I have already pretty much finished one that I'll show you in a minute, but I thought I would just start over. What I basically did was just draw some dandelions. And you just take whatever pen you like to work with. And I have an index card. Mine is 4x6. And then I just draw the seeds. Or the petals. I guess the seeds are at the end. And then I just draw them different lengths. And I make it pretty full. Just leaving space to do something at the end here. And that pen isn't working the greatest, so I'm going to switch. So then I drew some leaves. And I think I probably made these fuller. And I just drew lots of them. And then I just drew a few more. But that's how I started. And then the next thing I did was, because they're dandelions and I wanted some yellow on the page, I took some yellow ink. It doesn't have to be ink. You could use watercolor or acrylics, whatever you want. I just put some, like a splash of color. And I was thinking too, I have this DIY fossilized amber, it's called. And I could just spray a little bit on there. And the problem is, it's not going to get very dark until I spray quite a bit on there. So it's up to you how long you want to spend on this. This is going to take quite a while to dry now. And so one of my pens is not water fast. So it is starting to spread and get murky, which is fine. I don't mind that. Just so you know what you're getting into here. You could also color the background first and then do your drawing. That would be totally fine. Okay, so that's another thing I did. And then I came along and I was wanting to practice my newfound love of embroidery. And so I practiced my French knots at the end of every stem here. And so far I've left the leaves blank, but I think I will too, but you could always fill them in if you wanted to. And so the idea was to still make this a journal card. And so what I'm going to do is attach another card to the back. Of course, you have to do that once you're finished with all the sewing that you want to do, if that's how you want to do it. You could also do other things. I was toying with metallic pen, even like beads, anything to make it just a little bit 3D. It just so happened that I had thread on my brain, so that's what I went with. But you sure could make it your own and do what you like. And so I'm just going to use my Pritt. And I'm going to just glue these two together to make it an actual card that people can still journal on. And I started another one too, which I will show you in a second, because I must be itching for a change of season, because the dandelions really caught my attention. but it's so cold here that it's more winter. And so I reflected that in my other next project. All right, so I do want to ink this, and I do want to round the corners. So just, I don't know, I just find that it makes it look a little neater. I think I already have a journal for this card, so I do want to make it as nice as I can. The one other project that I started, I already goofed up, so that one's going to go in my idea journal. And I might make some more, but I'm not sure, because like I said, the idea was to practice my French knots. And I think I've got a hold of it now, so I'll be switching to material. I just thought it would be fun to do it on paper like we used to do. Okay, so this is one that to do this one, it was fairly easy. I poked holes with the needle so that I would know where to come up in the back. But for this one worked fairly okay. This one, I didn't love the design, so that's my fault. I should have picked a better one. This one, I was kind of trying to replicate that, except I didn't draw it first, so when I went to put all the holes in, I noticed it was off center. So it's a wonky snowflake, and I'm okay with that. It's gonna be a good reminder of, you know, why you should draw things before you commit to them with holes and thread. So what I want to do in this background, I think, is grab some ink. That one for sure. I always have to get my little inks out because that's mostly what I have. There we go. What's that blue one? Oh, and that purple one might work too. So I can never remember how they do this. I think I need like a plastic bag or something. Okay, I'll just use this one. So what I'll do is just, I think they use acetate, but this should work as well. So I put my ink on a surface where it's not going to be absorbed. So a bag or some other kind of plastic would work. Glass would work. A jelly plate would work. I just didn't want to get it out here. And then spray a little bit of water. And then lay the card down. In fact, well, I'll do a separate layer with the different colors. So the issue here again is drying time. But let's see how far we can get. So how are you guys doing today? How's the weather, as they say, to make conversation? It's been super cold. I'm looking forward to a change here pretty quick. Okay, so then I'm just going to add a little bit of another color, blue here. And I'm also going to do purple. See if there's any left in there. And then again with a little bit of water. And I'll do the areas first that don't have anything yet. That's nice. Okay. I don't mind that at all. That's gonna look really good in my ideas journal. And then I can wipe that off. And just like that, it's a plastic bag again. So then I need a backing for this one, and I'm just thinking it's probably still too wet to do this one. So yeah, you could draw it first and then poke the holes if you wanted to do the embroidery thing. But I do like this ink. It kind of takes away from the imperfection of the snowflakes. But yeah, so that's what I did, and I know it's a short and sweet project, but I promise you that all these French knots took me hours to do, and these snowflakes took me about an hour, probably a little more, because I drew them and then I poked the holes, and well, I drew that one. I didn't draw the other ones. I should have. But anyways, what do you think of that idea? Do you think you might try something like that? Like I said, you wouldn't have to use thread. You could do all sorts of other ideas. I was thinking beads or even rhinestones. I don't know. I wanted to kind of do rhinestones at one point, and then I thought it would be too fiddly. So I opted for French knots, and I think they were probably even more fiddly, but they were fun. So I think this project would be fun no matter what you tried to do with it. And so I encourage you to give it a go. It doesn't have to be dandelions or snowflakes. It could be something totally different. I'll try and see if I can find the name of this channel that I saw. She actually took a card and didn't draw it. She drew the leaves of a planter, and then she used embroidery thread to mark where the pot was, and it looked stunning. It looked so pretty. I didn't want to copy her, so I haven't done that, but I might do that at some point for myself. But yeah, I think the channel was called Handiworks, and so I've seen her do some other embroidery. So if you're interested in that, give her a look. And so that's about all I have for you today. I wish you a good day, and God bless you. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.